back to my channel. It's Alex, Cocoa and Melanin here, drinking some hot cocoa. I left the spoon in like an idiot. Gotta stop calling myself an idiot. I'm excited today. Actually, yeah, I'm excited today because I'm in my office. So, this is usually where my computer is, where I do my candle stuff. My altar's in here. This is my desk. It usually has a gigantic monitor and computer on it, but right now that is on a different table in my bedroom. I am burning a special candle today. I'm like super excited because I made it in this Hedwig mug. Ugh, words, I can't talk. I made it in this Hedwig mug. Jesus, words. So like, and it has a little Hogwarts thing on it. It's not actually Hogwarts. I'm pretty sure some company put an adorable owl on top of some books and then just put an H here pretending that it was, because unfortunately supporting Harry Potter is supporting the wench who will not be named. In any event though, happy Wednesday. I'm back again with another video. Today's video is really actually kind of similar to the last one. I got another poem and I'm going to share that with you guys. So nothing too crazy. I've got my water today, so I don't have to sit there and go, God, I sure wish I had some water. Sits in ADHD, doesn't go to get water. I'm actually technically also at work right now because I work from home. So doing this on company time. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alrighty then. The poem today, where was I? Yesterday, my daughter and I decided to take a walk down to the park, which is not far from our house. It's about a 15-minute walk. Excuse me, it's like a 15-minute walk, but also like pushing a bunch of stuff, pushing like a 3-wheeled stroller and a toddler, and also like still, you know, getting back into exercise can make like a walk like that really extensive. Not to mention it was really stuffy and hot outside yesterday, so that walk was brutal. When we did get to the park, it actually got a lot cooler. The wind was just kind of like blowing around like crazy, and I actually found out later on that it was a tornado watch. So that was fun. It was actually a tornado watch, and I'm all like, oh my goodness, the wind, nature is so beautiful right now. Meanwhile, nature is like, girl, the saxophones, they're getting loud. What are you doing? And I'm out there with my toddler in a freaking stroller, like crazy work. But I was protected, so thank goodness for that. Gotta pay a little more attention. It is actually tornado season. And them tornadoes do be happening, so I actually need to be a little more aware about that. I usually am, but like I hadn't gotten a tornado watch, so it was like I had no idea. In any event though, we were at the park and it was gorgeous. Like it was one of those things where it's like, you know, when you're about to move away from a place and like you know, decide like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to this park or whatever that's like near my house. And like you go there and you're like, wow, I'm leaving this place and this is my first time coming here. Or, you know, this was right here all along and I never took advantage of it. So that sort of idea bred the topic for this poem. And then I started writing it actually today, and it turned out to be something a little different, though kind of the same. So it's interesting what like sparks like your creativity, and then like you know, when you actually sit down and you're like, all right, I'm gonna, you know, write about this, or I'm gonna do this or do that, and then it turns out to be something completely different than what you expected. So, but still all the while good. So in any event, without further ado, I've got another poem for you guys. Don't have a title for this one. For some reason, it's just been feeling right not to have titles. Um, Back in the day, your girl loved a good title, but today we're not doing a title. Recently, that's just kind of felt good. So I'm gonna chill with that and keep going with it. Drink some more water. I I process things by talking about them. So like sometimes I have like these random thoughts and it's like I let stuff float around in my head and it kind of drives me insane until I either say it or write it. And I'm sure that's by design. I think that kind of goes along pretty perfectly with what my like spiritual gifts are and all of that. That like shit just kind of floats around my head and drives me insane until I either speak it or write it. So this has nothing to do with anything, but I am actually kind of anxious about figuring out what to make my daughter for lunch. Like, as an ADHD person, it's already anxiety inducing trying to figure out what I'm going to eat multiple times a day. If it were up to me as a person with ADHD, as a person with very severe ADHD, severe neurodivergence, severe autism, a person who, like, very, very much is unmedicated and untreated for all of these things, something I would very much like is to be able to consume all of the daily nutrients that I need to consume in a liquid, and then like only have to like cook or like eat something, actually physically eat and chew something when I want to. Because I'm also a Cancer rising, so I love cooking and I love food. I'm an absolute foodie. Like the person you want to try a restaurant with you, like the person who you just want to go to brunch with, or just like, I'm literally that person. I am always down for food, always down for trying a new coffee spot, always down for hitting the local haberdashery. Have no idea why I said that. Always down to hit up the garden shop, always down for little like cozy adventures because that is who I am at heart. Always down for that whimsical shit. Like, we can absolutely go to the local coffee shop, get fucking speedballs, and walk around Callaway's. I am not opposed to that. That sounds like a wonderful afternoon. If you are into those sorts of things and you are in Dallas, Texas, please talk to me because I would love to meet you. Um, Now that I've shot my friendship shot, I get really anxious around figuring out what I'm going to eat. And having a toddler and then also having to figure out what they are going to eat, feeling the anxiety on top of that of understanding that I am solely responsible for their nutrients, their growth, their weight gain, how healthy they are, and knowing that I have to choose meals and things that are good for them, whether they like it or not, and also still have options available so that they actually eat something when they decide that today I'm not fucking eating broccoli. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you propose it to me. Broccoli is not a friend today. So then you have to also have mac and cheese on the plate with the little Ella Ola packet mixed in, because it's like, okay, I still need you to get your nutrients, but okay, today maybe we're not eating roasted broccoli. Even though sometimes I am able to get her to kind of eat stuff like that. She does eat healthy, you know, especially when it comes to her dad, because her dad's a vegetarian, and like pretty much whatever is on your plate is what she wants. She doesn't give a shit about what you put on her plate. If it's not also on yours, she's looking like, anyway, so I'm gonna eat your food. I don't know who's gonna eat mine, but one of you fight over it. Y'all do your thing. So like, with that being said, that's just like, that's been floating around my head for like the last like 30-45 minutes, and it's been driving me insane and like making me really anxious. And now I'm done with that like outburst and outpouring of anxiety and weirdness. Now that all of that's done and you guys have been witness to my mini panic attack, thank you so much for staying if you are still here. If you have decided, bitch, you crazy, I'm out of here, that is okay too. You are right, I am crazy. But at this point in my life, I mean, I'm just gonna have to be crazy and let the other crazies like find me, because I deserve to be around my own kind. And now I'm like envisioning somebody like letting their chickens like free in like a farm or something. Like I'm just seeing like animals on a farm. Like I deserve to be with my own kind. And my own kind is like fucking chickens. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm hilarious, I promise. But in any event, now, I am going to read the poem and hopefully you guys like it. Literally just wrote it, have not practiced any cadence. I said that last time though, and I know it's like at this point, it's like, well, are you ever gonna practice it? No, I am not. I am going to write what I think I need to be writing, what comes to me, and then I am going to say it as plainly and as authentically as I possibly can. And if I mess up, that's what it is. Because I am also, in addition to my ADHD, I am also a perfectionist. And I would absolutely love nothing more than to sit here and practice this thing for hours. But I've become a different person. And the new version of me doesn't like to practice things for hours. She actually just likes to let things flow. And the mistakes that happen when you are letting things flow are necessary and important and a good part of the process. So I'm going to allow myself to do things not necessarily unfinished, but also unfinished. But allow myself to do things in a way that doesn't have to be perfect, because I frequently get in my ego and stop myself from doing things because I feel like they need to be perfect. Oops, let me not shake that too much. And that stops me from doing a lot of stuff that I would very much like to do. And I don't want to be a person that stops myself from doing things that I want to do anymore. So I have to allow for a bit of mess, if you will. So if you are still here and you would like to stick around for my mess, oh my God, look at my peace lily in the background. She looks so good. I found her at Kroger, and she was in bad shape. Baby girl was wilting. She was in bad shape like 3, 4, 5 days ago. Homegirl was, her leaves were just drooping. She was a mess. Nobody had watered her. Nobody cared about her. She was just over there dying. Her flower, the one big flower she had, was just like, it was screwed. I had to actually, clip it. But it'll bloom again. She's looking gorgeous back there. Her leaves are sticking straight up. She's enjoying the sun. So I think she'll thrive. I love, love, love plants so much. I can't wait until I have my own place and I can, sorry, I needed to refresh my computer so that it wouldn't log me out. But yeah, like I love getting plants and I love rescuing plants. My favorite thing is to roll up in a Lowe's and go, you guys are killing this philodendron. It's okay. Come home with me, baby girl. I got you. In any event, got distracted again. Let's get this underway. All right. There's something so satisfying about erasing things, whether it's words on a page or a relationship gone awry. The appeal of starting over sparks the creativity in all of us. My inner child awakens to me redrawing the sun in her sky. Before, all she knew was the dark room that never let her play, the room that was supposed to keep her safe. The tools meant to save me from a world too harsh became a prison I couldn't escape. It took a long time, deep scars and transitions to help me find my way out. The doors that were locked suddenly became the key. By now, the sun's rewritten and the sky is perfect blue. The bags are packed and the U-Haul's on its way. The trees are swaying and they speak to me about cherishing the present because it's always leaving us behind. The parks you never visited will haunt you like a missed opportunity. On a cold, brisk day, you'll find a girl under a massive oak. You'll remember your love for nature and lying in the grass, watching the air dance among the leaves. A black butterfly with an orange spot on each wing flies near the water where predator dragonflies frequent. You would find a swinging chair, a peaceful place to stop, and realize the healing of your heart was in the stillness of the water. The new playground, built with studious visions, would be the place your daughter shared imagination with other children. A conversation with a stranger brings you new perspective about the home you're glad to leave behind and a past that served its purpose. Even the bad can mix with the good. You wonder if you made the right decision till it's finished. Through the pain, though the pain never really makes sense, you always wonder why you couldn't go the same way. You always miss it with grief and love, but I suppose sometimes you don't. The present has given in to the past and a new future awaits. I suppose my feelings will always be mixed until new experiences take their place. To wash away a past and present not worth what I have gained. Yo, bitch, that kind of ate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie. That kind of ate for real. And especially the last part where I said until new experiences. I actually wrote come my way, but in my head it just came out take their place. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was hitting, because while I was writing it, I'm not gonna lie, I had to trust the process. There was actually a lot of erasing of like lines while I was writing it, which is funny. The first line says there's something so satisfying about erasing things. And bitch, I was erasing all through writing this. All throughout writing this, I was erasing. I was erasing shit all throughout writing this. Oh, my daughter is in there, if you guys heard that. I just wrote take their place over come my way. I really love doing this. I'm not gonna lie. This is hitting something serious for me. It's scratching an itch in my mind, in my heart, in my soul that I never thought that I needed to be scratched. I just want y'all to know that like this is doing something to me that I never expected it to do. And that's really fun. So if you did, you know, stay here to the end and you listened to my psychobabble and you had a good time and you thought to yourself, you know what? That sounds a lot like me. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm going to keep making these and sharing my weirdness and my poetry with the world. And, you know, maybe one day there might be something else for me to share with you. I got to stop shaking the camera. So yeah, you know, if you liked what you saw, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Coco and Melanin. I'm Alex, and I will see you guys the next time. Love you. Bye.